Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Speakeasy.
Live from DC, what's up?
Into the whole second verse. We ain't never heard that one. I ended up having a power binge Sunday, dog.
Okay, you went back? What you go? Who'd you rock with? Which one? Which show?
All Sunday, season 4.
Okay.
It was one of the greatest. That's the season where Proctor is acting his tail off, being a lawyer for Tommy and Ghost. Ghost go to jail that season, and that's the season that Raina get killed. Where Tyreek really becomes the Tyreek we know when he starts to change.
Mm-hmm.
I shed a tear when Raina died, man.
That was I think that was the first time I was like, oh snap, like, you know what I'm saying, like, wow, like that was completely unexpected. And then after that, if you continue to follow, you kind of like see that becomes the rhetoric in the Powerverse, how you're saying. So
I forgot.
Yeah, it was sad.
I forgot how much we hated Drake. Like, oh my gosh, he just made me sick. He was the damn worst. Yes. Worse. He changed it up a little bit, but man, Drake was annoying.
For a second I thought he came around and figured, but Drake, nah.
We forget how just the worst he was. He was just, everybody wanted him dead. And he never died. That was the crazy part. But that was power. You know what's crazy? We actually got to stay here because in season 4 is where Tommy meets his dad, and he gets introduced to all the Italians.
That other part
and they actually call Tommy a mutt. His dad and his best man say, Tommy, you're a mutt, because Tommy messed it up. And remember when the Italian mafia dude made his dad pick who he's going to shoot, but the bullet, the chamber was empty. Exactly. So you start seeing Tommy's ties. We don't realize how often Chicago is brought up. And power.
True that.
They always talking about the Serbs. They always talk about Chicago. That's where the connects is at. Tommy had to go to Chicago and meet the connect. And that's when they kidnapped him. So as we get ready to talk about Power Force episode 7, it's just, I really enjoyed it. I watched the whole season in one day. Kick my feet up. So it's about to be a good one. You gave me your first reaction to episode 7. I'm gonna get the floor a little bit to you because I've been rambling.
So
episode 7.
Episode 7 was, like you said, crazy. I think it's what we're continuing to see is a situation to where there's little Easter eggs, let's say, that's out there, like we was talking about earlier before we jumped on. The fact of, I'm very sure there's a bloodline between Walter and Tommy. There's a couple of people now I think we're starting to see potential for who's going to be the next Raina type scratch at this point, in which my vote is even between the doctor or the cook, as we know her, Tommy's brother or his son, or the son.
We're gonna get to that. Y'all stay tuned.
Jay Nard, man. Jay Nard is starting to show his colors. Like, you know what I'm saying? Greed is one of the 7 sins, bruh. Like,
Jay Nard's starting to show his Dre complexion.
Yeah, that's crazy you say that. That we started to see, like,
at first we were saying Jay Nard gonna be like, Kane, like, just part of the family, but a real knucklehead. But no, he's full Dre. Like,
he's a Dre to the fullest. And then you saw, and I think about maybe the brother. Well, no, maybe the son does, because when I look at it, man, he D-Mac, that's what his name is. D-Mac is kind of like, he's kind of look like he's going to play into a role, but then, like I said, if you know the Powerverse, man, that's a setup. You get to start loving him and be like, okay, and next you know, baka. That's all she wrote. And then we finally see the angle. We see the angle on the girl, Diamond's new love.
Oh, okay. We're gonna start breaking down the episode. Trey just pretty much gave y'all all the juice, and we about to get into it and break it all down. Then we're gonna go live on Facebook for a little bit. Say what's up to the loyals. Every Tuesday and Saturday is these power days. Y'all better start paying attention. We got 3 more episodes to go. This is about to be a journey. Let's get right into episode 7. So we start off with Tommy and Claudia experiencing success with the rollout of Talia. But Tommy, of course, is not content.
No.
Not content at all.
And he breaks it down. It was a moment.
Exactly. He pretty much was like, hey, y'all need to listen up because y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Let me give y'all this drug crash course. And I don't know. Ultimately, his point was we're going to make the product less expensive because we need to give an affordable version that everybody can get a taste of Dahlia. And they're like, no, let's keep it expensive.
They want to keep it exclusive. Tommy's like, no, we don't need to be Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. We need to be Carnival. That's basically what he's saying. We need to be able to peddle it to the masses so that way anyone can get a piece of it, not keep it to where everyone can't experience it.
1000%. I ultimately I agree with him. I think it was you pretty much have to. He's the OG. He knows what he's doing more than anybody. So Claudia's family was also having issues on their own that they were dealing with. Her brother Vic was caught off guard when he awoke to a very sweet love letter from Gloria that pretty much told him that
it's over now.
Exactly. His Dear John letter.
And I felt bad for him because it was, he felt, saying she busted a gun for him. They went back, did what they had to do. He wakes up the next morning to the love of his life. He's in there coming out the bathroom, and she already done sit up and you ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. And threw them deuces up and walked out the building. And of course, now he's got the sad puppy dog face, heartbroken, but still got business to take care of Vic.
A lot of business to take care of Vic. That was a perfect grown man advice to give Vic, the character. I agree more. We'll see how he responds because as we continue to do this episode breakdown, I don't think he had the best of times.
No.
Because he blames himself for choosing his father, his sense of responsibility over Gloria. Walter, meanwhile, is worried about other things. He continues to overlook his health and give energy to use other issues. He warns Paulie that the Serbs could be retaliating at any moment and they need to be ready. Paulie reminds him that their organization is not as strong as it used to be. With the Serb situation looming, the Flynn's family heads. Walter decides to have 2 men trail Claudia for her protection. She voices her displeasure with the idea, and it's safe to assume it's because she knows that he actually wants more intel on her whereabouts and her business. These Flynn's. These Flynn's. So we know what happens to the 2 men that
yes.
were tailing them to their cookout.
Early demise.
Did Claudia know they was out there? Did she know he actually was going to send them? Because if so, she kind of just let
them to the slaughter.
Tommy
didn't hesitate.
What? Boom, boom.
So Claudia, from what we could understand, if we look at the show, she didn't know because she bounced, and I think she thought it was all over. Of course, if she knows her father, then she should have known that she had tails. But it didn't. That wasn't the case. She said she didn't know. She said she told her dad, and then it was unfortunate. But of course, when Tommy was like, "We got to take a trip to the woods," Claudia didn't hesitate either. I think Claudia's becoming about that life. She tried to tell her dad. Without telling him, like, you know what I'm saying, when he was like, you can't, when she was asking for a gun, and he ain't say anything. He was like, you won't need it. Get the men on her. You don't know daddy's little girl could handle herself.
Exactly. I don't know. We gonna get to Dahlia because as we see, let's see where this script takes us. We got to get back to Jay Nard. I want to save this. He's coming up. The other major crime family of Chicago also had an eventful episode. Jay Nard and Diamond reacquaint their old friend Blacks. So Blacks, I don't think you watched The Chi.
Yes, I know exactly who he is or who he was.
So you know who our boy that they bought in was.
Yes,
Blacks was mad cool. I hope he becomes a bigger part of the episode. I think I loved every scene that he was in.
Yeah, he was the person, like you said. If y'all watch The Chi, he was exactly the same person on The Chi that he was portrayed in here, coming back from bending to know you.
On the show was I didn't think I was gonna be back on The Chi.
Shout out. You know what I'm saying? Subliminals. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He pops up, you know what I'm saying, been doing a stint in New Orleans. He decides to pull up back in The Chi, as he stated, and instantly making things happen. Obviously, if it's like he was never left. He had never left.
Boom, back, clear on. And you know, from that scene, two youngins come in. Jay Nard's, not Jay Nard's son, JC, whatever Tommy's brother's name is.
Yeah, JC's son, D-Mac.
Yep. Who we come to find out is a hothead. They come in the bar in the barbershop with a proposal, and Jay Nard and Diamond go at it once again.
Again, showing the cracks in the foundation.
Right. They ultimately trying to move some weight cross country. They got some passengers, some idea they came up with. Jay Nard wants to stick to basic 101, the Serbian routes that they picked up, and Jay Nard wants to continue to expand. And I feel like Diamond walked out of that scene because he knew that they was going to keep going at it, and he was ultimately going to lose again because they ride with Jay Nard over him. And he kind of just walked out and said his piece, and he knew that Jay Nard was going to tell them,
let's do this.
I don't know what's going to happen between them two. But we see they continue to be at wit's ends against each other.
It continues, and Jay Nard continues to push the envelope on the fact that he believes he's better at this than his brother, who basically handed him the reins. It is like you said, you see right now, Diamond's head is somewhere else, and Jay Nard's head is somewhere else. They're not on the same sheet of music always, and so it's going to be detrimental at the end of the day.
So let's jump ahead and talk about Dahlia. Let's go to the club scene since we're talking about Jay Nard, Diamond, Blacks. They go to the club.
Yes,
exactly, and they are acting out of control. That probably was one of my favorite scenes from the show.
You know what? I ain't gonna even hold you, bro. If that Dahlia makes you want to try it, like, man, I need to like yo, what's this? Like, man, hold up, let me see what this stuff is like. Like, it'd be instant.
1000%. And you know, Jay Nard gets his first crack at it,
and he wanted more. He was like a fiend on it. Like, yo. He was on one.
The young lady in the back and in the back of the truck, and they was just going all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the famous line, "Yo, I need to get involved with Dahlia.
Yes.
Whoever has this drug is going to run the city." And the irony kicks in, Trey, when he has beef with one man and also is trying to figure out the one man who is controlling Dahlia.
Who's controlling Dahlia?
What is going to happen when we find out it's the same man? Oh, J-Nard, he's going to be broken.
But what's funny is Diamond decides to question about the product after he said certain things. When he comes in, when J-Nard comes through and talks about, hey, this is what's going on, it's crazy, and maybe that's alluding to what is alluding to the power shift between J-Nard and Diamond, or the fact of J-Nard be on something sometimes. It's just Diamond doesn't like the moves in which he tries to make.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. You know, it's frustrating because looking at them and their issues, I look and see those same issues, and I'm going to make it black, but it's about so many. You can make it about so many different communications organizations, but just in our own communities, like,
yes,
why aren't we working together? CBI, y'all know, just because Diamond, you're an incredible leader, J-Nard, you're an incredible leader, y'all both brought the whole organization up. How about y'all both lead it together? You can have two people lead in making decisions and create a board and create a team, like, don't y'all need to go watch Power and learn something about Tommy and Ghost? Like, come on, y'all like tripping.
You got one half of that right there in which they made it work. Like, at this point, if you break it down, Diamond is Ghost, J-Nard is Tommy. Like, they made it work. They had their bumps and their bruises. They made it work, though.
It's frustrating. They ain't gonna make it work. We're gonna talk about deaths and predictions here shortly. Let's get through the rest of episode 7.
Yeah.
Elsewhere throughout the episode, we see Dr. Lauren struggling to find the right compound that will allow her to keep the high of Dahlia while lowering the cost. Okay, so we're going backwards a little bit because we talked about what happened after she created the perfect formula. We got to see the scenes of her kicking it with Liliana, them really becoming girls, becoming a part of the team. And, you know, she even goes out on a date.
With her cousin, second cousin.
Wait, them two was cousins?
Well, that was what she told. I think that was the cover up why she was at the date with them. And she is like,
oh, okay. Look, yeah, she said Liliana was her cousin, right?
Yeah.
I thought she was talking about her date. I was like, I missed that one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what it was. She told Liliana. Lauren told her the date that Liliana was her cousin, and Liliana's like, no, that's a lie. And so it was like, at first she was like, it's gonna blow the spot up, and then she's like, well, we're second cousins.
Yo, oh my gosh. She was like, girl, you trying to get some tonight? Well, it ain't gonna happen because I'm coming with you. That was hilarious. I'm thinking they're gonna continue to open up this relationship and broaden our scientist's character for us as the show continues and into season 2. I think our doctor's gonna be a keeper, but I think you might have said you think she's gonna die.
Yeah, now I look at it, Liliana's probably gonna be the one to do it.
All right, we'll get back to that because we're gonna talk about Liliana. Throughout the club scene, Liliana was in that club looking.
I didn't even realize that was her. I was like, wait, what? Until she pulled her hair back. I was like, oh, okay, that's Liliana.
Smackable. Liliana alerts Tommy that Claudia ordered one of the courier girls to introduce the drug to her brother Vic at another club. J. Gnarl is also introduced to Dahlia. He experienced the high. D-Mac and Marshall have a fight outside the club. Marshall ends up pulling his gun out on his friend. Then they go on to Gary, Indy, Anna.
2100 Jackson Street.
To go meet our guy, Freddie Gibbs. What they do to Freddie's eye, man?
Yeah, like I was asked a question. It's like I was like, no. I was like, his eye ain't really like that. I was like, that's movie magic. I was like, that's not Freddie's eye. It was everywhere, bro. I was like, wait. I was like, where's he looking at?
Yo, my gosh, they did Freddie Gibbs' eye dirty. But I think he's gonna be around for a little bit more. I'm gonna try and I don't know how I don't have a picture of his eye ready. But I think that was pretty much the end of the episode. Did we forget anything?
No, I don't think so.
What was the last scene?
Oh, the last scene was all of them partaking of the compound.
They did.
Everyone, basically the doc finally did it, and they all took a piece. They all tried it out, and then Tommy asked the doc, does she want to partake? And they all four of them basically hit the line.
So we got a winner. They shaped up the season perfectly. They gave us, I'm doing all this off the top of the cranium, everything that they've given us so far. They've given us the dirty, annoying cop, the character that we can hate.
Mm-hmm.
They've given us the innocent story seeking reporter who's in the love relationship, but clearly is going to have to die because she's going to be a problem. They've given us the Romeo Juliet setup where we got two gangs. We got the Flynns and we got the CBIs. Both of them have eternal fires. Both of them are going at each other. They gave us the villain that got taken out, Serbs, and then we just have Tommy just sitting here, like the world is yours. We got to put on some Nas. The world is yours.
If I rule the world.
Imagine that. That is going to be an incredible 3 episodes to finish out.
And you know how you usually can kind of forecast the outcome? I don't think you can on this one. I think we have yet, like you said, basically we have about 3 hours of material left, and you cannot even fathom. You can try to guess, but I'm very sure you can't fathom what the outcomes are going to be over the course of the next 3 episodes.
Woo! You're right. You can't. We've been giving y'all the predictions throughout our entire segment. I think this is like episode 4 or 5, might be 4, but we're moving, Trey, and y'all can go back and rewatch it. That's the dope part about it. As y'all watch Power, I'll probably put like a dope little playlist together for anybody that rewatch it and watch it later. Some people like to binge and wait for it all to come out, and we've been keeping you right along. You can't predict it, but we're gonna do our best to try and tell you what's gonna happen as we get ready to take this show live. And say what's up to the Facebook ladies and loyals really quick. Yeah, I know y'all can catch the 4 episodes Saturday, YouTube podcast, all of that.
No doubt.
Love, like, share. Let us know you tuned in, you enjoying the show. Go to the YouTube page, comment on a Power video. Guess what? Cash App giveaway. Let us know your prediction. Last 3 episodes, what do y'all think is going to happen in Power? Biggest prediction. Whether you think it's going to be a death, whether you think something goes horribly wrong for Tommy, what's your biggest prediction that you can make for the finale of Power Train, the last 3 episodes?
At this part,
pick one. You done been giving a lot to him.
I think it's a death. I'm not gonna say who yet. I definitely think it's gonna be a death. I think that's the biggest surprise or the biggest thing we can get is gonna be a death. Someone's gonna die. Somebody gotta die.
The streets need a body. I agree with that 1,000%. That's an easy one. Of course, we know somebody's gonna die.
So realizing who is going to die, though.
Listen to my prediction. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're really going to dive deep in and turn this into Tommy. We're going to see Tommy win. At episode 10, he wins it all. Dahlia's perfect. He's the plug for CBI. He's the plug for Dahlia. He's taking over the Serbs. Chicago is Tommy's, and we get to see him build his empire, find his lady friend that he starts his Tasha, starts to see Tommy actually develop and build an infrastructure. It's way out there. But wouldn't that be nice? That would be dope, right? Really
that would be, but that's not gonna happen.
It's gonna be tragic for our boy.
Yeah. Something tragic's gonna happen that's gonna probably revert him back into the Tommy that we know and have always come to love.
Right. They gotta make it good cinema. So I got us ready to go live. Boom, boom, boom. All that is good. I still ain't find Freddie Gibbs' eye yet. I couldn't focus on anything with that man's eye. I had it perfectly. I don't know where it went. My technology is all over the place today. Money, powder, respect. There we go.
Power, respect.
I hate you, Zoom. Ladies and loyals, we back. Another week, another episode of Power done and out the way. We had a pretty incredible recap thus far. Trey and I just got done recapping episode 7. Make sure you tune in every morning. First formation. Trey, tell them where they can find you at.
Of course, you feel free to find us at you can hit my personal page, Trevion Amir. If that's not your bag, baby, go ahead and go over to the E2G Sports Network, Sports Network and fans, or the E2G Sports Network. Of course, additionally, you can catch on the E2G Sports Network's Facebook page, Twitter page, LinkedIn, or their YouTube channel, as well as the First Formation Sports Talk, Morning Sports Talk page on YouTube additionally as well.
Y'all really everywhere. You can probably just say that.
Try to be.
We're everywhere. Every platform.
Pull up.
First Formation. Shout out to y'all. And y'all know we do this power thing. Tuesdays, Saturdays, new content. If you following Power. Well, excuse me, if you following Tommy on the latest episode of
Yes, Tommy.
Yes.
Previously on Power Force.
Yep. You know, we just recapped episode 7. Let's see if we got anybody in the comments rocking with us today. What's going on? Like and share. Let me get to the page. What's up? If you watching Power, what's been your favorite part thus far? What's been your biggest shock? Shout out CJ, I see you in here. We got a couple of fun things that we're about to go through, Trey.
Yes. Let's get it
real quick before we get going. Like we said, we're doing a Cash App giveaway on the YouTube page. Go comment your favorite moment from Power. No, what was the question? I said, what do you think is going to happen?
What's going to be? Yeah.
Right. Trey said there's going to be a death. You want to clarify on whose death you think it's going to be? Matter of fact,
I honestly think it's going to be the cook, Dr. Lauren. Is going to be the first death. It's going to be the first body, and she's going to be bodied by someone that she has come to know and love. So, Dr. Lauren.
I've been telling you, we're going to get to this for a while. You've been ready to get to it all day.
There you go. See.
Trivia. Who's going to die next? Here you go, Trey. Walk us through our deaths. You've been talking about you feel it. Your death.
I feel it, man. The death spidey senses is tingling. As we see, we got JC, that is Tommy's brother, potentially death. He's on that. He's on the Reaper's list. Dr. McStuffin, as we say, or Dr. Lauren, she's on the Reaper's list. They call it Jody Watley. If you've been watching The Reporter, she's on the Reaper's list.
Right. As soon as Tommy find out about her,
as soon as what dead and it's done is over. Of course, the son to JC, who is also Tommy's nephew, who Tommy doesn't know that yet, he's on the Reaper's list.
Can I pause you?
Go ahead.
Can we go back to Jody?
Go ahead to rock with it. Let's get it.
So we know once Tommy finds out what he's gonna do.
Yes.
But I have a question that can really shape how we see the whole show. Is Diamond going to do something once he finds out? Because Diamond should handle this problem, and he's gonna have to pull Tommy and Molly, Holly.
Yeah, Holly. Yeah, it had to do that. It's like I've been there. I can see Tommy now. Yeah, I've been there, bro. It's not easy. It gets easier. So I think it's going to be Tommy, and like we said, we see so many similar instances and where Power season 1 or the first Power is kind of like linking to this force where you have the Tommy and Ghost dynamic that's playing out with Diamond and Tommy for the most part. Same exact instances where we have a love interest. Someone has to take care of the love interest. It's probably going to cause a ripple. Even though we're kind of early in this, well, of course, if you look at the dynamic, Diamond just came home. This is first lady friend he's come across. She's giving him the right vibes. They vibing real well, only to potentially, as we find out, we probably gonna say yet just to potentially possibly be to be betrayed is a lot more to come in reference to Miss Jody Watley.
Okay. Why don't you rank them for us? I feel like this entire episode you've really been saying Doc is number 1.
Doc is number 1. I think she's going first. So my first one on this on the Reaper's list, I think will be Doc. I would go with Doc, Jaden Smith, or JC's son. JC at the 3. I think it's a little early for Jody, so I will call. But I will give Jody the 4. Number 5, I think would be Flynn, Savage Flynn, or Walter Flynn, and then lastly Jay Nard would be the 6 ranking as far as the order of precedence for death scenes on Power.
So why they give these fools these names? Most Def, Jaden Smith. They call my man. They call J-Nard Lil C's. Biggie. They call
Scrooge McFlynn.
Oh man, the internet is ridiculous. This is the internet, not me. Man. Let's get to our next question. I done lost it. There we go. We're gonna save that one. Ooh, I got bad news, Trey.
What's good?
We're gonna end the episode on that. We're gonna save it for the end. Y'all stay tuned if you're listening. Power, bad news, ladies and loyals. But our next one's gonna be a fun one.
Yes.
Real quick. Messing up stuff. Share the screen. Have you heard of Charlie's Angels, Trey?
Tom, you got some angels? Let's go.
Right.
Dahlia.
Yeah. So we saw Dahlia really take off this past episode. They spread it through the club. We had some great Dahlia scenes from J-Nard and Vic, from all of them, from Liliana.
Liliana, yeah.
Dahlia got everybody wilding out. I just feel like Dahlia is gonna have some bad consequences sooner or later. Nevertheless, Tommy got his angels. Tommy got his girls, man. I'm loving this. Tommy and the Angels. They about to take over Chicago. A whole lot different from Tommy on Power.
Yes.
When it was him and all the homies.
As he said, he got his own now. It's different. He has his own stuff. He's always been on the grind. Now he has his own.
I think it's better for Tommy to be surrounded by some ladies. This season of Power, y'all, is mwah, mwah, mwah. It is Star's biggest show, most streamed all year. The only thing Star's got. If you ain't watching Power on Stars, you don't have a Star subscription. That's the only reason why we subscribe to Stars, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. BMF, Power, Ghost, Raising Canaan, now Force. I think they got more coming. Is an Influence next or something like that? He keep on cranking them out.
Let me see if I got any more.
Get the characters. Learn the characters.
I like this one. So I was at the beginning of this episode, I was telling you how I've been binge watching Power.
Mm-hmm.
We have our Power shout out. I came across this post and I thought, perfect post. As I was just thinking on all of the bad moves that Mr. St. Patrick made as a lead role in Power. I think this is a lot of good life lessons for men. What you think? Sign off on all 5?
I could see that. Money with your morals is a misery. Oh, true that.
This is kind of a reflection of, the fall of Ghost.
Basically, that is exactly that. True that to the T.
His children, that first one. It's your children. Woo! It was rough.
Mm-hmm. You say you build a legacy, and no matter what it is you try to say, they're not hearing that. They just see what you do.
Ghost took it the hardest, and he ain't have nobody to fall back on.
You know what? I think he took it the hardest because he really felt it was his fault.
Yeah.
Not knowing the stuff that Tariq was in at the time, but he really felt it was all him. Ultimately, it all because of him. Definitely.
Final thoughts before we get ready to roll up out here?
I can't wait till this weekend to see number 8. I'll continue tuning in to us. If, like you, Ron said, if you ain't looking at Power, it's got to be because you ain't got a subscription. It's got to be another way you can find a way to check these shows out. I got people that ain't never seen Power. Just I like, don't look at that show. Go check this show out first. Go binge watch. I got people been on a month long binge watching, trying to get caught up. You catch us soon. We'll slow it down. We'll go to a little airborne shuffle so you can catch up with us. You know what I'm saying? Get up. So check out Power. I got to go check it out.
Without a doubt. Make sure y'all go check out Tommy on the last episode of Tommy. All right. Yes. I told you I had bad news. We got to talk about stars. There it goes.
Oh, wow. What the hell happened? Did they say?
He's tired of the contract. He's tired of beefing. Of course, Raising Kanan was supposed to come out in the spring. We were supposed to see Ghost introduced. And I don't know if, you know what I was thinking as I saw this? I was thinking 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. He knows what he's doing. He's smart. He's a great businessman. Is he tricking us by just getting these storylines out to get us more attracted to what's going on with Power? Or is he really beefing with stars? But he talks about how they're not putting the shows out on time when he wants. He's delaying their recording. They're just messing up the whole process and pushing back. It took forever for them to green light Tommy. And it took them, they just recently green lighted season 2. And it's like, how is it just getting greenlit season 2? How is like the next 5 seasons not already paid for? Like, we're going to do this. So it makes sense. I feel like 50 should move to HBO or something. I don't know.
I'm about to ask that question. Where do you think would be the better product? Where do you think the best product would be the best where to, if he was the lead stars, where to? And but you say HBO?
Yeah, they're the elite premier network. If you're not going to be a $400 million, movie AMC attraction, the next up is HBO. That's Game of Thrones. That's The Wire. That's Sopranos.
Oh yeah, so they have been doing it.
Power fit right in. But it's been an incredible episode. It's been an incredible vibe.
Always. Be sure to check us out. Y'all gotta get on. If y'all ain't on, I can't say it enough. If y'all ain't on the Powerverse, on the Power, Ghost, Book 2, Book 3, Raising Kanan, Book 4, now Force. The BMF is another subsidiary. Y'all got to get on these joints to check them out.
Right.
Talk the lingo.
Right. And we did not get too many folks that came in through the live this morning. So I don't know where y'all at, but I need to promote our Tuesday morning lives more than. Next Tuesday, we will be back. We may have to start the top of the hour and let y'all know to come in and chop it up.
Yes.
Be watching, but we'll be back. Make sure y'all tune in. We always here. Trey, you be easy. We out of here.
Holla at y'all. One.